And good evening. Welcome to Charlie Brown Field, Game 2 of this EDC doubleheader. Game 1 won by Valley City, 5-0. Game 2, Fargo South and the Highlanders. And a pleasant good evening. Paul McDonald with you here this evening for Game 2. 5-inning affair. Game 1 goes into the conference standings, and the Highlanders winning that one 5-0. They're now 3-2 in the EDC, 4-3 overall. This game is just a non-conference matchup. We'll take a look at the defensive alignment here for the Highlanders. 1-1 the count to Max Kirkby leading things off. There's a strike called. It's 1-2 for the Highlanders. Gavin Gerhardt is at third. Ethan Miller is at short. Carver Peterson is at second. Joe Cummings is at first. Kai Kringley, Adam Bitts, and Braxton Jorson around the outfield from left to right. Brod Muskie behind the plate, and Robert Fisher is chucking and ducking here in Game 2. There's a swing and a foul by Kirkby. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Mike Grensteiner and Anthony Erickson, the top 3 here for the Bruins in Game 2 of this doubleheader, the 1-2 pitch. And that one drops in a little bit inside and low, ball through 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Carson Bevel, Alex Such, Ryder Allschmidt, Ryan Ortez, Zach Morris, and Carter Pekarski, the batting order for the Bruins. That pitch misses outside, and the count now full, 3-2 on Kirkby. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Robert Fisher, courtesy ran in the first game. Did not play in the field or get an at-bat. Here's a high pop-up. Infield behind the pitcher's mound. Second baseman Peterson on the grass makes the play. And there's 1 up and 1 down. The left fielder, number 8, Mike Grensteiner. Now the left fielder, Mike Grensteiner. Highlanders in that first game, all 5 runs unearned on Anthony Erickson's pitching record, as the Bruins had 6 errors in that first game. That led to 5 unearned runs. Pitch to Grensteiner, high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. A busy week for the Bruins. Game Monday, 2 Tuesday, 1 on Wednesday. 2 more last night. There's a chop foul down the third base line. And then the double dip tonight. They were to play doubleheader in Bismarck tomorrow, but they have decided not to play that one. They come in 1-3 in conference play. That was a victory over Davies earlier this week. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Erickson. And the pitch. Curve ball comes low. And the count now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike on Mike Grensteiner. Anthony Erickson, who was the pitcher in the first game, playing short here in Game 2 on deck. 2-1 pitch. There's a chop left side. Charging third baseman Gerhardt. Bare hands, throws, and got him. Well, Joe Cummings said, watch me stretch over at first, and there he did there. 5-3 on the putout for out number 2. Kept his tippy toes on the bag, and there's 2 away. Nice play all the way around. The shortstop, number 3, Anthony Erickson. So now Erickson will step in. With 2 out, nobody on. We're in the top half of the first inning. A beautiful night for baseball, sun shining. There's a strike of the knees, 0-1. Kirk Olson calling the balls and strikes. Jared Lentz, our base umpire. 0-1 the count on Anthony Erickson. And Fisher delivers. Fastball swung on, got a piece of that one. I thought might even got a piece of Muskie behind the plate, and it's 0-2. The wind coming in from right center field. Thus, your outfielders are straight away, but very shallow. And now with that sun, the left side of the infield and outfield looking right into that sunshine. 0-2 the count on Erickson. And the pitch. He swings as a ground ball to the left side. That's into left field, a base hit. So 2-out single by Anthony Erickson. And the Bruins have a runner first with 2 away for Carson Bevel. The second baseman, number 1, Carson Bevel. Bevel was started as a DH in Game 1, then had to come in and play defensively. When Ozzie Egan, the second baseman, took a pickoff throw off the side of the head and had to come out. And Bevel went in to play second base. Hitting in the cleanup spot here. And the pitch low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Nathan Silleroon in his first year as the head coach of the Bruins. Donnie Bryant, who had been coaching the baseball squad for Fargo South the last several years, taking over as the post-400 Legion coach for Fargo. 1 ball, no strikes on Bevel. And the pitch. And takes that one at the knees for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alex Such waiting on deck if Bevel can extend the inning. Sent by Fisher in the 1-1 pitch. Low, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. 330 down the lines here, Charlie Brown. 385 to the power alleys, and it comes into about 370 to straightaway center field. And from left center to right center, that extended fence, 8 foot high from left center to the corners and right center to the corners. 2-1 pitch, swinging a foul at the plate. The count evens out, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Carson Bevel. Runner down at first is Erickson, a 2-out single. Takes the lead in the 2-2 count to Bevel. Slightly open stance for the right-hander. And Fisher delivers. Overhand curve, swings and fouls it to the backstop. So the count rides along at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes on Bevel. And the pitch. High, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at first. Erickson will be off. There he goes, the pitch. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. And Fisher picks up his first strikeout. That'll retire the side. For the Bruins, no runs, a hit. No errors, 1 left. Half inning. It's Fargo South nothing, and the Highlanders coming up. This is Highlander Baseball on the Highlander Activity Network. Anthony Erickson at short. Carson Bevel's at second, and Ryder Ulschmidt over at first base. Mike Rensteiner, Max Kirkaby, and Zach Morse in the outfield from left to right. Carter Pikowski behind the plate, Pekarski, and on the hill, Ryan Ortez, the lefty. And he will face this batting order for Valley City. Ethan Miller leading off. Gavin Gerhardt is batting second. Braxton Jorgensen hitting third. Broden Muskie hitting in the cleanup spot. Joe Cummings batting fifth. Carver Peterson sixth. Kai Kringley seventh. Adam Bitts eighth. And Robert Fisher getting in the number 9 spot. Highliners again 3-2 on the year in the EDC. 4-3 overall. Coming off a big win last night over the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. That was the first loss in the EDC for the Mustangs. They're now 3-1. And dropped down to second place. West Fargo High School leading the conference at 3-0. Leading off the bottom of the first inning for Valley City, the shortstop, number 7, Ethan Miller. Ethan Miller will lead things off here for the Highliners. Facing the left-hander Ortez. And the kicks, high leg kick delivery. Down and in per ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Ortez having issues keeping that hat on. It's blowing off here. Again, that wind coming in from center field. So coming in from the southeast at about 16 miles per hour. Gusting up to around 20, 22. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss by Miller, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Ethan. Leading things off here for Valley City. Ethan in game 1, 0 for 2. Walked a couple of times, scored a run. One of his walks came with the bases loaded and brought in a run. And the 1-1 pitch. Takes it down and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. 7-5 the final in that victory last night for Valley City. Scored 7 runs in the first. They went in the second and third inning, second and third innings. They jumped out to a 3-0 lead. And then had to hold on as the Mustangs made a valiant effort late in the game. 2-1 pitch. Low and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. They got a couple runs in the 4th, 3 more in the 5th. And then Max Mayhews, who retired 7 of the last 8 batters that he faced, did give up a double in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's a breaking pitch, and Miller swings through it, and the count now full. You know, they're under 3rd and 2 outs with a line shot, and I think Mayhews was just trying to get out of the way, but put the glove up and caught the liner right about at his ear for the 3rd out. That goes through. That's a run scored, and you got a runner at first, but here's the 3-2 pitch, and Miller takes it down and in, ball 4, so Ethan walks. His first walk, that will bring up Gavin Gerhardt. The third baseman, number 2, Gavin Gerhardt. Gerhardt in game number 1 was officially 1 for 4, scored a run. Did drive in one with a RBI single in the 2nd. I said 5-0 to score. Game 1 was a 10-0 final in 5 innings. The Islanders were helped out by all those errors. They only had 6 hits in the game, but 6 errors by the Bruins. Nothing on the count here to Gerhardt. And the pitch. Gavin swings, he hits one deep into left field, backing off of Grensteiner. He's there, reaches up, and makes a catch. Miller retreats back to first, 1 away. That'll bring up Braxton Jorson. The right fielder, number 13, Braxton Jorson. Braxton walked twice, hit by a pitch, and had an RBI single, 1 for 1 officially in game 1. Started as the DH, came on and pitched 1 inning. Playing in right field here in game 2. And there goes the runner. The pitch is a strike. The throw down to second is not. That is, this goes on and off the lip of the grass in right center field. Almost looked like it could have slipped out of the hands of Pekarski. So stolen base for Miller. And it's a no ball, 1 strike count on Jorson. So an RBI situation here for Braxton. And the pitch to him. Takes it on the outside corner for a strike. Braxton only hitting 176 coming into play in this game on the season. Does have 5 RBIs, however. And almost made it 6. That one right down the third base line and just foul. So the count 0-2 on Jorson. Highlanders have yet to hit a home run this season. And as a team hitting .236. but have been getting some great pitching, and thus a 3-2 overall, or 3-2 conference record, 4-3 overall. Again, this game does not count in the conference standings, but does count in the overall standings. The 0-2 pitch, down and in, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jorson. Ethan Miller, the leadoff walk, stolen base. He's at second, 1 out. Brodowski, Joe Cummings to follow here for the Highliners in the bottom of the first. And the runner to third. The pitch is way outside. That's going to go to the backstop. Miller rounds third, and he's going to hang on there. That'll be a stolen base because he was off with the pitch. And it was way outside and went to the backstop. So the count now even on Jorson. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, the runner at third base, 1 out, bottom of the first. Highlanders looking to get on the scoreboard first here in game 2 of this doubleheader. 2-2 pitch, high and wide, so a full count after jumping out ahead 0-2. Ortez has fallen behind, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes on Jorson. Right-hander comes to the, or the lefty comes to the set, and the pitch. High, ball 4. So Jorson draws the walk. Runners at first and third for Broden Muskie. The catcher, number 9, Broden Muskie. Muskie catching here in game 2, played right field in game 1. Now Pekarski, the catcher, goes out in front of the home plate area and gives the defensive alignment. So an RBI situation here, too, now for Muskie. 250 hitter on the season. And he is driven in 2. Pitch outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Was 1 for 4 in the first game. Scored a run, drove in a run. Right-handed batter. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Bottom of the first, no score pitch. Inside corner for a strike at the knees, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Muskie. Seth Soderholm, in his first year at the helm of the Highliners, down in the third base coaching box. Andrew Shawn coaching down first base way. And Seth has been with the program for about 4 years now, working with the summer program. Runner goes towards second. The pitch hit, it's hit him. So Muskie is hit by a pitch. And that'll load him up for Joe Cummings. The first baseman, number 8, Joe Cummings. And that is going to prompt a trip to the mound. I just want to settle him down. The pitching coach for the Bruins. Now running at first base for the Highlanders, number 6, Max Mayhews. So Mayhews, the courtesy runner for the catcher Muskie. 1 out, bases full of Highliners. Here in the bottom of the first inning, no score. Cummings hitting .278 on the season. .697 OPS. He's driven in 3 runs. Third on the club in batting. Kai Kringley leading the way at a .316 average. So Cummings will step in. Playing at first base here in game number 2. Miller at third. Jorson at second. Muskie at first. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Ortez pitch wide. Ball 1. Throw down to first base. And easily Muskie. 1 ball, no strikes. Straightaway stance and somewhat upright for Cummings. The pitch is high and wide. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Middle infield playing at double play depth. Corners even with the bag. Bases loaded. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. In the dirt. Goes a little bit behind Pekarski, but he finds it. So it's 3 balls and no strikes. No place to put them. Runners at every base. And here's the set by Ortez. And the 3-0 pitch. Way high, and that goes to the backstop, ball 4. And everybody will move up 90. Jorson will go to third. Muskie to second. Cummings will get an RBI, his 4th of the season. And coming in to score is Miller. The second baseman, number 3, Carver Peterson. So Carver Peterson will step in with the bases reloaded. 1-0 Valley City. And the pitch. He swings at the first offering and fouls it down into the home team bullpen down the left field line. And the count 0-1 on Carver. Carver still looking for that first hit of the season. 0 for 4. 0-1 the count. This would be a good spot for it. And the pitch on the outside corner at the letters, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Jorson is at third. Musk is at second. Cummings at first. Or Mayhews actually is running for Muskie down at second. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul tip to the backstop. So the count stays 0-2. And the Highlanders doing this without the benefit of a base hit. A hit batter. And 3 walks. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball to third. Not booted by Such. Grabs it though. Steps on the bag. And he will get Muskie 5 unassisted for out number 2. Jorson will come in to score to make it 2-0. He gets the courtesy runner. Runners at first and second for Kai Kringley. The left fielder, number 10, Kai Kringley. So Kringley will have runners at first and second. With 2 away. Peterson will get the RBI in the fielder's choice, his first RBI of the year. Kai, as I mentioned, hitting .316, tops on the club. Couple of RBIs. 749 OPS, 381 on base percentage. Ortez delivers up and in for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes on Kringley. Highlanders leading 2-0, batting in the bottom of the first. Again, scheduled for 5. Ryan Ortez, the left-hander, kicks and delivers. Swing and a foul tip of the plate, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and one on Kringley. Cummings off second. Peterson off first. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Oh, the ball thrown down to second, goes into right field. That's going to bring Cummings in to score, and down to second base goes Peterson. So the pitch was swung out and missed, and they had Cummings kind of delayed go, and they threw down to first, and ball goes into right field. That's going to be an error on the catcher. And now with the runner in scoring position and a 2-2 count on Kringley. 3-0 Highlanders. Here's the pitch. Curve high, ball 3-2. 3 walks, a hit batter, an error. And the Highlanders have played at 3 here in the first. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Way outside, ball 4. Kringley draws the 4th walk of the inning. So runners at first and second for Adam Bitts. The center fielder, number 5, Adam Bitts. Bitts 1 for 3 in game 1 with a run scored. Kringley was actually 0 for 2, but he did score a couple of runs. Reached on one of the errors and walked. Here's the pitch to Bitts. Low in the dirt, gets away from Pekarski, and Everybody's going to move up on the wild pitch. So 1 ball, no strikes here on Adam Bitts with 2 runners in scoring position. Highlanders up 3-0, bottom of the first. And there is activity going on right now in the Bruin bullpen. Looks like Abram Anderson is warming up. And there's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Some of the Highlander tennis players in attendance, and they picked up a couple of wins today. Now 4-1 in the EDC. One was an EDC victory against Wahpeton and also a victory over Williston. They defeated South 9-0 yesterday. There's a pitch outside for a ball. So 4-1 in conference, 5-1 overall. Not a bad start to the season, considering. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here on Adam Bitts. And the pitch. And did it hit him? No, missed him somehow and rolls away from home plate, but not too far. Everybody stays put, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. It was a junior high track meet yesterday. Some of the other varsity tracksters, they are in West Fargo today. Softball, they're in Fargo for a tournament this weekend. Playing Dickinson as we speak. Here's the 3-1 pitch, way outside, and Bitts draws the free pass. 5 walks by Ortez, and that loads him up. And I think their coach has seen enough to know he's seen too much as he is making the long walk out to the mound. And that might be it for Ryan Ortez, as Robert Fisher is due up for Valley City. And he did take the ball, so we have a pitching change. And it does look like Abram Anderson is now in to pitch for the Bruins. So a pitching change, you're breaking the action. We're back with more. This is Highlander Baseball on the Highlander Activity Network. The pitcher, number 4, Robert Fisher. Robert Fisher now will bat here, and good big chance to help his cause with the bases loaded. There's a swing and a miss. Abram Anderson now pitching for Fargo South. Anderson, right-hander. The pitch. And that one stays up and in for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count on Robert Fisher, hitting the number 9 spot for Coach Soderholm here in Game 2. He swings and fouls that one over by the first base dugout, occupied by the Bruins. So the count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Anderson played in game 1. Started in center, then went to left. 1-2 pitch. Pop up. Out by second. Bevel, the second baseman. He calls for it and he makes the catch. And that'll retire the side. But for the Highlanders, they do plate 3 runs, no base hits. It was an error, and they leave the bases loaded at the end of an inning. It's Valley City 3 and Fargo South nothing. We're back with more Highlander baseball on the Highlander Activity Network. Alex Such will lead things off here for the Bruins. In the top of the second inning. And the left-hander takes a strike inside corner, 0-1. It'll be Such, Allschmidt, and Ortez. Well, actually, now Anderson will bat against Robert Fisher here in the second. The 0-1 pitch. Pop up right up the chute. Out behind the pitcher's mound, second baseman Carver Peterson. Shortstop Ethan Miller makes the play. 1 up, 1 down for the Bruins. The first baseman, number 16, Ryder Allschmidt. Ryder Allschmidt did not play in game 1. And he'll take the first pitch low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the top of the second. Highlanders leading 3-0. And the pitch high and wide to Allschmidt. 1 ball, no strikes. Left-handed batter. And the pitch to him. Takes it low and away for a ball. So the count 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes on Allschmidt. Allschmidt, a junior. 7 seniors on this Bruin roster. There's a swing and a foul. Out of play, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike on the left-handed hitting Ryder Allschmidt. Fisher into the wide, and the pitch. On the outside corner, strike 2. Count full now, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Robert Fisher, his 3rd appearance, his first start of the year. Overhand curve high, ball 4, and he walks Allschmidt. First walk issued by Fisher. That'll bring up the pitcher, Abram Anderson. The pitcher, number 9, Abram Anderson. Ryan Ortez did not get a chance to bat. So Abram Anderson now pitching. Fisher, no wins or losses. He's given up 7 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, 1 walk, couple of strikeouts. There's a strike, 0-1. And pitched 4 innings. Again, all out of the bullpen. This is his first start of the year. 0-1 the count here to Anderson. Allschmidt takes his lead off first. And the right-hander delivers. Upstairs, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Anderson, again in game number 1, played center field. Was 1 for 2. He swings at this offering and down the left field line, foul. The count 1-2. And a single, his last at-bat. Bruins, actually both teams had 6 hits, but as we mentioned, those 6 errors by Fargo South. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count here. Fisher sets, delivers. Swung on, here's a line drive. Caught by Peterson at second. Throw to first, double play. Oh, it's nice to have a 6'2" second baseman. A line drive, and Carver went up the ladder, got it in the webbing, and then threw to first for the out. And that'll go down as a 4-4-3 double play to end the inning. For the Bruins in the second, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Valley City 3 and Fargo South nothing. This is Highlander Baseball on the Highlander Activity Network. Leading off the bottom of the second for the Highlanders, their shortstop, number 7, Ethan Miller. Ethan Miller lead things off here for Valley City in the second inning. It'll be Miller, Gerhardt, and Jorson against Abram Anderson, now in his first full inning of relief. And the right-hander delivers. There's a shot to left center. It's dropping fast, and it'll drop in for a base hit. A little soft liner, blooping single by Ethan Miller. And the Highlanders have their first hit of the game. The third baseman, number 2, Gavin Gerhardt. Highlanders scored those 3 runs in the first without the benefit of a base hit. There were 5 walks actually, and a hit batter. Now Gerhardt will step in here. With Miller at second, he's off with the pitch. The pitch is high for a ball. Throw down to second base. Not going to be in time. So Miller, that is his 3rd stolen base of the game. He stole second and third. And so now he's down in scoring position and a 1-ball, no-strike count. Miller now with 5 stolen bases on the season. Has been caught only once. Gerhardt takes a pitch inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Gavin again 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored in game 1. 2-0 the count. 2 balls, no strikes the count on Gavin. Anderson, they got him picked off, and he throws, and Miller's going to make it to third. They had him picked off. Anderson stepped off, but he threw to second. And Miller, that's going to go down as a stolen base. That's 4 stolen bases now, 6 on the year for Ethan. That is tops on the team. Again, he's only been caught once. 2-0 pitch. Gerhardt pops it up. Third base side, right along the line. Such the third baseman makes the catch. That's out number 1. The right fielder, number 13, Braxton Jorson. Now Braxton Jorson to the plate with 1 out. And a runner at third. Anderson working from the set. Delivers a strike, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Highlanders with the runner at third, 1 out. As they bat here in the home half of the second. The 0-1 pitch. Inside corner at the knees, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. On the right-handed hitting right fielder, Braxton Jorson. And the pitch. Nice stop there by Pekarsky behind the plate. And the count 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jorson. Had an RBI and a run scored in game 1. The 1-2 pitch. He swings and whops one into left field. Grinsteiner got a bad jump on it. That's going to be over his head, and that's going to be off the wall. Here's Jorson around first on his way to second, and he's going to pull in with a 1-out RBI double. And the Highlanders now lead it 4-0 for Broden Muskie. The catcher, number 9, Broden Muskie. Double of the year. Now with 6 RBIs. Here's the line drive, and that's going to be a base hit to left field by Muskie. Jorson will check in at third. So now runners at the corners, 1 out for Joe Cummings. The first baseman, number 8, Joe Cummings. Cummings walked in his first time up with the bases loaded to bring in an RBI. And now coming up here with runners at the corners and 1 away, 1 in. Highlanders lead 4-0 in the bottom of the second. Game scheduled for 5. Runner goes. The pitch is a strike. The throw goes back to the pitcher. So Broden Muskie does a header at second base for the stolen base. First stolen base of the year for Broden. First attempt. Nice thing with leads, you can get your guys on the move. There's a swing and a foul by Cummings. And the count 0-2 on Joe. Carver Peterson waiting on deck. Yeah, being a 5-inning game scheduled, the Mercier will come at 3 innings. Just in case. Nobody didn't jinx us. 0-2 pitch. There's a grounder foul between the runner at third, Jorson, and Coach Soderholm. So the count 0-2 on Joe Cummings. As Joe feel change oil in my car tomorrow. And he said, sure, bring it in. Out at the tech center. So now it's all for the world to hear that my oil is getting changed by Joe Cummings. But I got to remember to bring my car in. There's a chop foul at the plate. No balls and 2 strikes on Joe. Islanders have out hit the Bruins 3-1. Bruins have the lone error. Anderson, the right-hander, delivers 0-2. In the dirt, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Carver Peterson, Kai Kringley. The batting order here for the Highliners in the bottom of the second. Runners at second and third with 1 out and 1 in. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a ground ball back up the middle and into center field, a base hit. George will score. Muskie around third. He's going to come in. Down to second base goes Cummings. It'll be a 2-run single. And the Highliners lead it 6-0. So Cummings picking up the RBIs 2 and 3 of the game and 6 now on the year. The second baseman, number 3, Carver Peterson. And Cummings went down to second on the throw. Here's the pitch on the way to Peterson. He swings and grounds 1 foul, beats it in the ground, down the third base line, 0-1. This game again goes into the overall standings, but not into the EDC standings. But again, the Highlanders have 3-2 in conference play. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball in the inside corner for a strike, 0-2. And during the regular season, the spring season last year, Highlanders did not win a game, but then had that great summer, Legion Baseball post 60. Saw them get all the way to Waupun, Wisconsin in the national tournament. The 0-2 pitch. There's a little flare into the left field. Grensteiner charging. It's going to drop in front of him for a base hit. Around first, here's going to chug to second base is Peterson. That is a heads-up double by Carver Peterson. Well, I think I'm going to give him a double on that. He was not stopping. He came right around first base and got all the way around. And gets Cummings down to third. So runners at second and third for Kai Kringley. But we have a trip to the mound. And a reminder just to thank our sponsors on the Highline Activity Network. Dickey Rural Network, Essentia Health, and the Highliner Booster Club. Don't forget, coming up next Wednesday night, the Valley City Public Schools School Board Candidates Forum, 5:30. So no Coach's Corner next Wednesday. And we will have that at 5:30 with a Candidates Forum. Yours truly will be moderating. Giving them all the tough questions. Name, address. For the Highliners, the left fielder, number 10, Kai Kringley. So Sufer Drude will step into the batter's box. With runners at second and third. 3 runs across here. Highliners lead 6-0. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1 from Anderson. Kai walked in the first. And the pitch. Checks his swing, but not in time. Inside corner, 1-1. So in the first inning, 3 runs with no hits, but this inning, 4 hits for the Highliners. 5 hits, check that. Here's a 1-1 pitch. There's a high fly ball into left center field. That's deep. Grensteiner on his horse. He's not going to get to this one. It's in the gap. That's going to plate 2. Kringley is on his way to second, and he will stop there with a 2-run double. So Peterson comes in. Cummings comes in. Kringley with the double. That'll bring up Adam Bitts. The center fielder, number 5, Adam Bitts. So Kringley with that extra base hit. Here's a line drive by Bitts, and that's a base hit into left field. And that'll move Kringley to third. Highlanders teeing off on Anderson right now. And I think that is going to be the end of the road for Anderson. So we've got a pitching change. We'll step aside as the Highlanders have scored 5 here in the second. They've got runners at second and third. Still only one out with Robert Fisher coming up. This is Highlander Baseball on the Highlander Activity Network. So John Shotsky now in the pitch here for Fargo South. And they have runners, the Highlanders, runners at the corners. 5 runs across here. They lead it 8-0. As I mentioned, this is game 6 of this week for Fargo South. So I'm guessing that barrel's not only getting scraped, but they are doing what they can to get some pitching. They are not going to have the doubleheader tomorrow against the Bismarck. The pitcher, number 4, Robert Fisher. So Fisher with a chance to really help himself here. He popped out to end the first. He was the first batter that Abram Anderson saw. So now he's the first batter that Shotsky's going to see. Kringley at third, Bitts is at first. There's a strike. That's you. Just come in and throw strikes. I knew the Highlanders were going to be a good hitting team. We've seen it in the last few years, especially with this group. Coming off that great Babe Ruth season from a couple of years ago. They can hit the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Fisher. Shotsky, the right-hander, kicks and delivers. A little fister to the right side. Nice backhand by Ulschmidt. Runner to the plate. The throw's not going to be in time. Everybody's going to be safe. Kringley will come in to score to make it 9-0 Highlanders. Bitts will go to second. And that'll be an infield hit for Fisher because that was really the only play for Ulschmidt is to throw home. The shortstop, number 7, Ethan Miller. So Fisher picking up the RBI. Bitts goes to second. The nice backhanded scoop by Ulschmidt, the first baseman. And even though Shotsky, the pitcher, was covering, I think the only play they were going to have was to try to come home and try to get that, and did not. So thus, hometown scoring, an RBI single for Fisher. First hit of the season for Robert, first RBI. 1 ball, no strikes. Another fister. This one's going to go foul. Over by the first base dugout by Miller. The Highlanders have batted around here in the second. Miller 1 for 1, scored a couple runs. He's got 4 stolen bases. Shotsky, the right-hander, delivers 1-1. Another fister up on the netting. And it's 1-2 strikes. 8 hits for Valley City. Still only 1 out. 7 straight hits after that 1 out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Shotsky to Miller. On the way, low for a ball. 2-2. 2 strikes. Runner down at second, Adam Bitts. Robert Fisher's at first. And the pitch. Inside, so 3-2. With Gavin Gerhardt waiting on deck. Shotsky delivers. There's an up foul. Yeah. Gave that sign when he was going to the set that the pitcher does when they warm up, what pitch they're going to throw to the catcher. So I think we all knew it was going to be a fastball. 3-2 strikes the count. Runners off first and second, and the pitch. Just missing outside. Good eye there by Miller. So he walks, and that loads him up for Gavin Gerhardt. The third baseman, number 2, Gavin Gerhardt. Gavin, the lone out this inning. As he popped out to the third baseman. Chance to redeem himself here with the bases loaded and just that 1 out. Here's a ground ball to third. Nice backhand stop at third base. A throw across and in time for the out. Nice double play. Alex Such at third. And then the throw across the diamond to the first baseman, Allschmidt. So that will go down as a 5-5-3 double play and retire the side. But the Highliners score 6 runs in the inning, and they do it with 8 base hits, no errors, and they leave a couple of runners on. At the end of 2 complete, it's Valley City 9 and Fargo South nothing. This is Highliner Baseball on the Highliner Activity Network. And the Highliners here leading 9-0. We're in the top half of the third inning. It'll be the 9-1 batter, Zach Morris, Carter Pekarski, and Max Kirkaby to face Robert Fisher. 2-0 pitch here, and inside, ball 3, 3-1. Morse did not play in game 1. playing out in right field here in game 2. 3 balls and no strikes. Fisher off the first base side of that pitching rubber. Delivers. There's the automatic. Belt high, 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. That pitch, that 3-0 strike has several names. The automatic, the get me over strike. Here's the 3-1 delivery on the outside corner for strike 2. 3-2. Fisher has struck out 1. Walked 1. It's helped out by a nifty 4-4-3 double play in the second. 3-2 the count here. And Robert kicks and delivers. High, ball 4. Second walk issued by Fisher. That'll bring up the catcher, Carter Pikowski. And that also is going to bring up Seth Soderholm, the head coach of the Highlanders, to have a chat with his right-hander. And he's not even inviting the infield of the catcher. He wants a mano-a-mano conversation here. Second walk again issued by Robert. So the conversation on the hill. And I think they are going to make a switch here. So Fisher, I suppose, Coach Soderholm saying this could be done in the 3 innings. So let's get someone else some throwing. So that will bring Ethan Miller into pitch. And that'll send Fisher to third, Gerhardt to short. So Robert goes 2 innings, 1 hit. He's responsible for the runner at first. 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Your attention now pitching for the Highlanders. Number 7, Ethan Miller. To short, number 2, Gavin Gerhardt. And to third base, number 4, Robert Fisher. So Robert is now, if this game ends early, would get the win, even though he went 2 innings, but it would still be a win. Not a save situation for Ethan Miller. No. I've always wondered, can you pitch yourself into a save situation? I got enough to do up here. So I think we'll maybe pass off the music to someone else from now on. I'm just kidding. If that was the concession stand person, we should tell them to come up and do it.
Highlander tennis player, what do you
Having fun at the ballpark. Highlanders already got 1 win tonight, 10-0 earlier. And leading here 9-0 as we go to the top of the third. For the Bruins, the catcher, number 15, Carter Pekarski. So Pekarski will be the first man that Miller will face. Runner at first base here in the top of the third. Highlanders leading 9-0. Pekarski swing and a miss, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The right-hander comes to the set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Well, James Thornton was helped out, was doing games on the Highland Activity Network. Couldn't make it tonight. And I'm guessing he's probably watching us right now in Salt Lake City, Utah. So, hi, James. Hope you're enjoying yourself. The 0-2 pitch, high and wide. Of course, daughter Abby in the West Regional Gymnastics, USAG. And I don't think she competes again till Sunday. But 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Here's the pitch. Low and away, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. On the right-handed hitting Carter Pekarski. Miller sets, delivers. Strike 3 called, got him looking. That's the first strikeout for Miller. 1 away. That'll bring up the center fielder, Max Kirkeby. Actually, we got a pinch hitter coming up for Kirkeby. Your attention, batting for Fargo South. Number 34, Chase Corinta. So Chase Corinta will pinch hit here for Kirkby. Both coaches going to make sure they can get enough players in here in this game that's could get shortened. Here's a throw to first, and runner back in. Good pickoff attempt there by Miller. Junior varsity, game one went to Fargo South 9-2. And there's a strike. So the count 0-1 on Corinta. One of the seniors. There's a line drive into center field. On the run, catch by Adam Bitts. The throw back to first base, and not going to be. Oh, they get him. They got him. Nice play by Joe Cummings. A line out by Corinta. Bitts came up gunning through to Cummings at first. That'll be an 8-3 double play and retire the side. For the Bruins, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the third. It's the Highliners 9 and the Bruins nothing. This is Highliner Baseball on the Highliner Activity Network. Paul McDonald back with you here at Charlie Brown Field as we head to the bottom of the third. The Highliners leading at 9-0. And the Highliners will have Max Mayhews will be pinch hitting for Jorison. Your attention for the Highliners. Batting number 6, Matt Mayhews. So Max Mayhews will bat here for Jorison. And here's the pitch. High for ball, Jorison. Had an RBI double, scored a couple of runs, 1-for-1 officially, walked his first time up. There's a strike called on Mayhews. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-hander Shotsky delivers inside, ball 2, 2-1. Ryan Ortez started and lasted 2/3 of an inning. Abram Anderson lasted a third of an inning. There's a strike, 2-2. He gave up 6 runs in that second inning, all earned. And the 3 runs in the first, all earned against Ortez. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Mayhews, ground ball to third. And kicked off by the third baseman, grabbed by the shortstop Erickson. He's going to eat it. That'll be an error. The catcher, number 9, Broden Muskie. And the pitch misses outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Oh, boy. It's the Marks brothers up here in the press box right now. 1 ball, no strikes to count. I'm not counting you, Tegan. There's a swing and a foul. Even though the Marks brothers are 3 people. Well, 4 if you really want to get. Well, count 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Broden Muskie. Again, that was an error on the third baseman. Mayhews is at first. Jane Johnson was our cameraman and IT guy in Game 1. Tegan's on. He's graced us with his presence here in Game 2. There's a swing and a miss. Haven't seen you since basketball season, man. I got to give you a hard time. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count here on Muskie. Broden is singled, hit by pitch, scored a run. Mayhews takes his lead off first, the pitch. There's a ground ball to third. Such boots, picks it up, throws, and nice recovery by Alex Such at third. 5-3 on the put out on Muskie for out number 1. Mayhews makes second. The first base, number 8, Joe Cummings. So now Joe Cummings to the plate. And Joe had the big 2-run single in the second. He's also walked. He's scored a couple runs. 3 RBIs for Joe. 6 on the year now. And the pitch. There's a line drive. Base hit down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Here comes Mayhews around third. He's on his way in. There's not going to be a throw. He will score. And that is your final. It is an RBI double by Joe Cummings. He picks up 4 ribbies in this one. Mayhews comes all the way around to score. And it is 10-0, and that is going to be your final here in Game 2 as it was in Game 1. So the Highliners in the 4th inning, 1 run on 1 hit. There was an error and 1 runner left on base. Back with the totals coming up. You're listening to and watching Highliner Baseball on the Highliner Activity Network. Paul McDonald back with you here at Charlie Brown Field. The final totals in this one for the Highlanders, 10 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They left 6 runners on. For the Bruins, no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors. They just left 1 runner on thanks to a couple of double plays for Valley City. Highlanders got 3 runs in the first. An RBI walk by Joe Cummings, an RBI fielder's choice by Carver Peterson, and also those are the only 2 RBIs in the inning. And also a run came in on an error. For the Highliners, they've got 6 more in the second inning. An RBI double by Braxton Jorgensen, a 2-run single by Joe Cummings, and a 2-run single double by Kai Kringley, and an RBI single by Robert Fisher. Also an RBI double then by Joe Cummings in the third, and that finished the scoring. Cummings again 2 for 2, scored a couple runs, and drove in 4 here today for Valley City. Robert Fisher will pick up the win. 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs. He did walk a couple of batters and struck out 2 here and picks up the W, even though he only went 2 innings actually, and struck out 1 and walked 1. And pitching that third inning was Ethan Miller, 1 inning, and walked 1 and struck out 1. But both pitchers were helped out by double plays. Well, here's what's coming up on the Highlander Activity Network. First off, we've got Senior High Spring Choir Concert coming up at the Hack. That'll be on Monday night. And then our first softball game today. The Highlanders finally get to be at home for softball. They are scheduled to host West Fargo Cheyenne on Tuesday. JV at 4:30, and then the varsity around 6. And then also on Tuesday, junior high band concert at 7 o'clock. And again, a reminder, next Wednesday, no Coach's Corner, because we will have the Valley City Public Schools School Board Candidates Forum, 5:30 from the Hack Lobby. And so no Coach's Corner on Wednesday night. We will have that Candidates Forum from the Hack Lobby, and that again will be at 5:30 on Wednesday. Well, that's going to wrap things up here as the Highlanders pick up 2 big wins. They're now 4-3 in the EDC, 3-2 in the EDC, 5-3 overall as they sweep Fargo South here. That's a good day to be a Highlander. Tennis picks up a couple of wins. Baseball picks up a couple of wins. And we'll see how the softball team, they played Dickinson, the defending state champs, earlier today in Fargo, in that tournament going on at Fargo North. Again, also my thanks to Jaden Johnson and Tegan Zahn, our tech and camera guys today. Eric Kringley helping me stay somewhat sane up here in the press box in our doubleheader. So again, next up for the Highlander Activity Network, choir concert coming up here on Monday night. And before we go, happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. If there was a camera on all these players, they'd all turn around and say, "Hi, Mom," and then you'd get that one that would say, "No, I don't want to." But, again, big happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there. Enjoy your day on Sunday. Again, final score, Highlanders win 2. 10-0 in 5 innings in Game 1, 10-0 in 3 innings in Game 2. Until next time, Paul McDonald saying thanks for joining us, and so long from Charlie Brown Field.